So how did we come to live in a house like this? I will tell you. Basically, we are both from humble backgrounds. I grew up in the Black Country. My mum didn't even have a job. He grew up in the potteries. They were all pot bank workers. But I had this vision from a very young age. I always wanted to live in a huge house. It took a lot of work, but I'll explain how we got here. I do remember when we first come to see it and I suggested it to him, he was like, I don't want to live there, it's all in a ditch, which it is. The house is in a ditch. And to be honest, we had a catastrophic flood a few months ago, so if you do see some unkempt areas in this video, that's why. It's not us. It's, you know, we've spent years and years getting this house to look like this. This room is the library, and this is why he agreed to move here, because it's quite a stunning room. It's done by Clive Christian. If you Google that, you'll see that he builds the most magnificent furniture for inside homes. We're fortunate that this lot was all installed, because today, if you wanted to make your room like this, it would cost £100,000. That's the value of the Clive Christian library. So anyway, how did we get here? Well, we saw the house. I fell in love with it. We were kind of in the right place at the right time, because, yeah, excuse the state of the place on the floors, because we had this flood. Yeah, we were in the right place at the right time. Basically, the people in here had spent way too much money, as you can see, going around on quirky things. Look at this pediment above the door of the Great Hall, for example. And they run out of money, and I think that what happened was he actually had stolen some of the money they spent on the house. So I believe there was some sort of court case later on and he went to prison. But anyway, when we moved in here, there was absolutely nothing in it. Of course, we moved in from another house. We left that and moved straight in here. Just a quick look at the muddy floor. Still waiting for insurance to sort things out. But anyway, there was a thing called a self-certification mortgage. So I'll just take a quick seat. And this self-certification mortgage was, you could just say, I own this, I own that, I earn this, I earn that. And, you know, that's straightforward. And I thought, there's just no way, you know, because the kind of earnings you had to earn to have a mortgage of this size was incredible. But anyway, they accepted it, Santander did. And things proceeded quite swiftly. We exchanged contracts and we were absolutely delighted. We kept thinking, well, how are we going to pay the mortgage? But we were delighted. And a few days later, we had a phone call from Santander and they said, we need to relook at your finances. I said, well, it's too late. I said, to exchange contracts. There's nothing they could do. Nothing they could do. But, you know, rest assured, we've paid the mortgage and you know, we've been able to live here, and that's it. So we just have to work hard, sacrifice things like, you know, posh holidays, clothing and all that in the beginning. You know, I mean, I've probably still got clothes that I got when I first moved in, to be honest, because, you know, we've never had the inclination to buy clothes. I mean, I'd rather have things like this, suits of armour, grandfather clock. It's took a lot of getting these things out, because you can't just, you know, go up town and get them. It's been a case of going to lots of car boot sales, second-hand shops. I forgot where you come from now. There is actually a video about all this armour and where it came from. So if you look at another video, you'll be able to see that. But yeah, so it's been spectacular, really lovely journey. So we're just at the part now where we've had a flood and everything's still covered in mud. But if you pick up on some of the other videos, you'll get the feeling as to what's happened and what's been done about it. But please, you know, do come back. It'd be nice to have you looking at all the other videos. It's not just a house tour, it's about us, it's about what we do for a living, it's about how we got here, what's happening now, day-to-day frustrations, all about our life living in the manor. There'll be videos on the pros and cons of owning one as well, because trust me, there are pros and cons. It might be a spectacular house, but goodness me, you know, even doing the vacuum cleaning, that's 3 hours each of us doing the vacuum cleaning, but we haven't really done that much vacuum cleaning because we're still waiting for insurers to sort out everything. But we just go back to the library now, and actually it's a room I'm not supposed to be in. I've done some videoing in here, and I've turned his fans and humidifiers off because he's a bit obsessed about books and keeping them pristine. So I'll just have to go turn it all back on now and carry on with housework. See you all soon.